I'm Gertie Rude, back again, the Saturday mood. Well, here I am, I'm back, and we've got Nana Aquia here with She's Got a Nerve, Meghan Markle, torn apart from clinging on to the royal reputation with the Netflix show, surely not. It's got all my favourite cast members, it's got the delicious and gorgeous Angela Levine, and of course Nana. Nana's just got engaged. Yeah, she has, fit as well he was. Yeah, oh he is, yes. So let's just jump in and see what's going on. Come on, what's happening, Nana? Tell us.
Let me take it out without squeezing it so it isn't bitter. Perfect.
Yes.
Green tea. Very good.
It's not from Afghanistan, is it, darling? You haven't been watching the Marklet, have you? No, it's best not to, darling.
Sadly, I didn't have time to watch it all because I had better things to do. But a few bits did stick out, like where she explained why she wants to keep her Duchess of Sussex title.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box.
Is that Mindy and Morka Mindy? I don't know who it is. Anyway, it's Mindy. And here we go. Here we go. She's starting to want everybody to know that she ate I don't know what it was, some like down at Hill. Was it Cracker Jack? Jack in the Box? Nobody knows.
It sounds funny too that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now.
No
you
one
have
cares.
kids and you go, no, I share my name with my children.
Yes.
And that
face on that bloody thing. Oh my God, so let's have it right. You got married to Barry Barrington, whose surname is Mountbatten, Windsor. But the title he holds, which means it comes with a little bit of chunk of change of the Duchy of Sussex, because usually if a duchy isn't inhabited by a living member of the royal family or aristocracy, the duchy money goes into the royal purse. Do you get me? The whatever it is. Yeah, that. And so as soon as the late Queen bestowed upon her grandson Harry the Duchy of Sussex, that way went the money, darlings. And as a lifelong inhabitant of Sussex, yes, once I was born in London, well, I was born in Bristol actually, yes, and then brought up in London, and then straight away, quick as a flash, before I could even breathe, found myself in Sussex. I've been here ever since. Never seen her. Never seen her. No. See her quite a lot on social media anywhere but Sussex, like Argentina, Colombia, Monte Shit Show, all around the place going after the Grifters games. Not in Sussex. Very strange. Anyway, I might be missing something, so let's just plunge in and see what's happening.
feels so, I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go, this is our family name.
It's not, it's your husband's title. Because you're married to him, you get a gratis bit of the title. You, your husband and the children are called Mountbatten, Windsor. Title of Sussex is something completely different to name. Any rate, let's plough on, not to be deterred. Come on, Mindy. Mindy just wants to give up the will to, do you know what I mean, exist here. I think she wants to, I don't want to sound YouTube, but if I was Mindy, I know what I'd want to do to the Marklet. And probably Mindy, who's a lot more ladylike than me, you've only got to look at her. She's containing herself.
Our little family name.
I think she's a bit confused. The family name is Mountbatten, Windsor.
I think she's bloody deluded, Nana, but go on, girl.
Sussex is the title, which is actually quite interesting from somebody who isn't prepared to set foot in the UK. No. She's got a nerve, hasn't she, trying to hang on to the title. Exactly. You've got a good point there, haven't you? She thinks coming to the UK is going to be so dangerous, like it's bleeding Gaza or something. When really the only reason she doesn't want to come to the UK is because she gets booed. But there you go. Anyway, moving on. Does she even know where Sussex is? And she hates this country. She made it absolutely clear.
Right.
On one of their faux world tours, I think it was the one to Nigeria, or it could have been Colombia.
No, I didn't tell you that.
Which Nigeria and Colombia are actually both considered some of the most dangerous places in the world. She met up with Prince Harry at Heathrow and didn't even leave the airport. Remember that awkward moment where they had to stand for the national anthem in Nigeria?
Every colour of beige. Oh, she's rocking the white here. Look at me, I'm such a D, lousy with virginity. Ha 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 ha. Look at me, I've got me Barry Barrington. Hello, Baldy Bazza. Come here, stay by me side, you're my meal ticket. Go on. Well, that was awkward, wasn't it? You think of it. It was quite awkward. Anyway. watched over us. God save the Marklet. Anyway, come on now.
The monarchy. They've made no secret of it. Meghan apparently won't set foot in this country because she thinks it's too dangerous for her. Prince Harry has said as much.
Right.
Why cling on to a title for such a dangerous place?
I know.
What an insult to them.
I know. It's terrible, isn't it? It's like the Queen made them the bleeding Duchess and Duchess of Kiev or something. Kiev. Is it called Kiev? Because it was called Kiev. You know, the guy with the chicken, he came from there. But apparently it's called Kiev. But are they that? No, they're not. They're the Duchess and Duke of whatever of Sussex. Nothing happens in Sussex. It's not Londonistan. It's Sussex. Literally. And the only thing wrong with Sussex is it never stops bloody raining.
People of Sussex. I think she's a bit confused as well. Like I said, the name is actually MOUNTBATTEN, Windsor.
A bit confused. She's barking bleeding mad, Nana darling. She's barking bleeding mad. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing you can say. You can't dress it up any different. She's nuts.
Not Sussex, that's not their surname. The reviewers of the series haven't held back at all. Hollywood Trade Bible Variety magazine, once one of the biggest fans of Meghan.
I won't put it backwards because my iPad goes crazy. But did you see Guy? Yes, the late, dear, recently departed Guy. Say no more.
Markle suggested that she didn't have the natural savvy or competence of doyens of the cookery and lifestyle TV field, and they mocked her vacuous comments and creations. Time magazine, who in 2021 named Meghan as...
What is she doing? Nobody knows. Can you stop whatever it is? Stand away from the bleeding vegetation, Marklet. Stand away from the vegetation. Stop. Just stop abusing it and massacring it. For your delectation, it's not ours. We don't want to see it murdered. We don't want to see it brown red. We want to see it flourishing, especially, like, not in the way you do things. Anyway, what's she doing? I think she's squeezing the perishing life out of a lemon, so, do you know what I mean? Let's go on.
One of the most 100 influential women called her bland and pointed out that
bland. What is it with her and flowers? Everything. Oh, Yankee Wally did a good thumbnail earlier. If you've seen it. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. She had her fish and chips and she put some flowers and daisies on it. Oh, dear me. Right, nobody put dandelion leaves on your food because you'll be up all night peeing. You'll be backwards and forwards to the loo and you'll give up the will to live. So let's not actually follow the Marklet. And with daisies, she calls them chamomile flowers or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, everything she does has to have flower petals sprinkled liberally on it for some unknown reason. Best left only to... Yeah, let's not even venture there. Let's not go there. Let's not even wonder. Let's just... Do you know what I mean? Life is too short.
Instead of showing us the reality of life as royal, it is focused on their own rigid propaganda machine.
Everyone's invited, Nana. You're not invited, though. You're not invited. You're a naysayer. You're not invited.
Despite all this criticism, With Love Meghan is in the Netflix top 10. On her Instagram, she posted, "If you're loving season 1, just wait until you see the fun we have cooked up on season 2.
Please, God, that's not real, is it? I haven't seen her on Instagram because I'm not an Instagram-y type of person. I found it all very convoluted and difficult to sort of, meander through. So apparently, oh no, we're not. Are we getting season 2? We've only just got over season... Well, we haven't got over season 1. A lot of people are still in therapy from season 1. Well, still in therapy from the other one. The Meghan Light and the Barry Barrington from the other year. Oh my God, really? I can't. I would say something original, but I've given up the will to live.
Thanks to joining the party, and an endless thanks to the amazing team and crew who helped bring it all to life.
The amazing team or crew that if you look at the bleeding, what's it at the end, what do you call them, the credits, are basically her. They are.
Oh God, make it stop, there's more.
Please God, somebody, take me away. Take me away.
Well, joining me, presenter and journalist Ellen Coughlin. Ellen, thank you very much for joining us today.
Good old Ellen. She's going to stoically defend the Marklet. Go on, girl. Go on. I would. Usually I do try. You know me. I'm a humble person. I mean, I love a bit of the Marklet. She's like, if you think for every yin there's a yang, and for every word there's an opposite, isn't there? And her quest was to be famous. But there's such a lot of money in being infamous. So that's the market that she's furrowing her row. And to be fair, it's her, probably Amber Bleeding Turd, and the other one, Blake Lively, who's like not Lively. Why? Who called her Lively? Dullish Ditchwater. Anyway, so they're there and they're furrowing their thing together, their row, aren't they? It was formerly inhabited by people like let me think, Hillary Clinton, who seems pretty salient up against these bleeding mental creatures.
So, Ellen, am I being unfair? I mean, the critics have literally slammed it. No one's saying that this thing is any good. Where do you stand? Have you watched it?
No.
I have watched it, actually,
No,
and although it
lie.
wasn't my cup of tea, it's not something I would generally like to watch.
It's nobody's cup of tea, darling. It's literally nobody's cup of tea. Nobody's. No matter how many billions of pounds you have, no matter how bored you were, there isn't a day in the week that you're going to find yourself filming yourself putting flowers on bleeding donuts. It's literally not going to happen. And if it does, at least you got the money to get yourself into therapy. You have.
I do see the appeal for people who do like that kind of lifestyle, the kind of really kind of Instagrammable cookery shows. So, I do see that there is an audience for it, but I know that not everybody would love it. And it mustn't have done too bad, because...
Not everybody loved it, nobody loved it. And when you say it's because of hate watching, like I've just pointed out, is the opposite of watching because you want to watch. Like famous, infamous. It's that, and she has cornered that market.
Actually, it made top 6 in the US on Netflix, and it's also been released for a second series.
Yeah, but also wait for the bleeding class action lawsuits that come to Netflix for the mental harm that's caused to people. Because I had to sit through it, and it was excruciatingly painful. Like, I'm not going to bore you, repeat myself, but I've said enough times. It's excruciatingly painful. It was vacuous, it was fatuous, it was pointless. It was just, look at me. Like I said, if you've seen any of my postings where I do sort of try and do a bit of comedic writing, and, she's like, oh, look at me, I can cook this, I can cook that. She doesn't cook anything. When she came to make the quiche, the pastry was already pre-made in a thing, like she bought it in Target, or what's it called, Waitrose? Or is it Walmart? Walmart, isn't it, in America? Yeah. I mean, is that being a chef? No, not really, not in my book. But anyway, let's just plough on. I think her raison d'etre was marked stupendously in the last episode 8, which was called Something About Family. Can't remember. I've forgotten. And I've willfully forgotten. As I've eradicated it from my mental sort of gas chambers. And so, yeah, well, apparently I've given up the will to live. Yes, it's just not happening. No, nothing like that happened. Nothing happened.
So, yeah, I don't think it's done too bad, although the ratings say otherwise. But I think that's because everyone has so much of an interest in Meghan that they all ran to watch it the second it was released. And even though they probably weren't a fan of her, then they still continued to watch it. And of course, if you go into watching this show as not a Meghan fan, you're only going to come out of it as not liking the show. There's no way you're going to go, actually...
Listen... Even if you are Meghan's biggest sole-only fan in the whole world, even Barry, do you get me? That was inanity. It was like top-notch inanity. It was room 101 inanity. It was sort of, if you had to mark it out of 10, it would be 45, wouldn't it? Inanity. It was rubbish.
I do like her now after watching a show when you've spent years not liking her.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true.
No, it was scripted, and a lot of the people were given questions and buzzwords to say that would link her in to give her a sort of cue to come in with some load of BS, like, oh, look at me. No, that's what I was saying, wasn't I? Like, we missed her talents, didn't we? Which were only showcased in episode 8. Because really, the whole of the other 7 episodes were leading towards episode 8, where we got to recognise her groundbreaking talents with writing and wrapping up boxes. Apparently, they were learnt as a child something or other. But nobody mentioned washing up liquid. But I do think if people do blow smoke, Yeah, and give her a second series. It's gonna be washing up liquid. It's gonna be washing up liquid.
If I went in really liking her and then started watching her and then ended up not liking her at all, so it can flip either way. And I'm just wondering though, do you think, because she's got a second series?
I don't like her or dislike her. I just sort of, at my age, I've met so many people like her. It's tedious, and all you can do is kind of like going to watch. I don't know, like when I was a kid, they don't do it anymore. I was taken to London Zoo once to see the chimpanzees having a tea party. Anyway, when I got there, chimpanzees had the tea party and gone to bed, so I missed the spectacle. But it's kind of like that. You know, it's unsettling because we all know chimpanzees shouldn't be made to have a tea party and people to observe it and remark on it and take photographs on it. And that's much the same with the marklet. It's kind of unsettling. It's kind of like laughing at somebody you know you shouldn't really laugh at because, well, they're special.
Do you think, in your view, that it is something that will have legs and have a third and a fourth, or do you think that the second series will pretty much be the end, like a lot of her things, like the archetypes stuff?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I hope for Meghan it does. Just because I know her lifestyle brand, The Tig, had millions of followers before she closed that down. So it is definitely her thing and it's what she's good at. So it would be great.
Listen, when she had The Tig, it was groundbreaking and she'd been doing it a long time. So she'd made her mark in the way that was pertinent and acceptable at the time. But times moved on and that sort of blog isn't really where it's at. And especially when she comes at it now from another angle. So she's trying to take something from her past, remind everybody how raw she is and how she's like a Sussex, not, do you know what I mean, about Windsor, because she identifies with her children. No one sees the children. Anyway, whatever, moving on from that. And all that old baloney, and then she wants to sort of impregnate the social media sphere with sort of a Frankenstein event of The Tig meets With Love Meghan circa 2025. I think she filmed it in 24 because those vegetables didn't look like they'd survive the hour, let alone 6 months, so whatever.
If it gets another series, like I said, it's not something that I personally like and I personally watch, but I can see that Meghan fans absolutely love it and she's gone back to her roots.
When you say Meghan fans, do you mean the Korean bot farm? That's
now with something that she's more comfortable with, so it's really good to see her in the zone where she's comfortable, and yeah, hopefully the second series does well.
What about the title though? The fact that she's keeping the title, but she said it's going to be, she wants to have a family name. The family name is Mountbatten Windsor. I don't know whether she's confused about how that all works out, but she's saying that Sussex is the family name and all that, but she hates the UK. She's made it quite clear, there's no secret there, as does Harry, so it would appear. She doesn't want to set foot in this country at all. Do you not think it's a bit of an insult to people of this country that she wants to keep the title and, of course, a place name, Sussex, which is in the UK? She's not from...
Well, she does. She wants her cake and eat it, doesn't she? She's a veritable bleeding Meghan Markle and Mary Antoinette, isn't she? Let them eat cake. She wants everything. She wants it all. She's just amazing. She's amazeballs. And I feel that she is going to, she's going to put it on us again, isn't she? She is, and unless you actually migrate out of the country, or, here's another thought, out of the world, and don't put all your eggs in the Elon Musk basket, because his last space rocket crashed. So if you were booking a place there to go to Mars and get away from the marklet, sadly, you are really being led astray. Yes, you are. You're under a misapprehension that you're going to get off anytime soon from watching the Marklet's second bleeding series. And with that, I'm over and out. I can't. I've got things to do. I've got a life. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, have a lovely day, afternoon, evening, good night. And remember, I love you all, each of you, individually. And while I'm here, can you subscribe, press the notification button and press like and do all those nice things that make my channel grow a bit. I'm not monetized, so it just helps me get a bit of traction. Love you all, bye.